Hey guys, so I'm going to be installing an external transmission cooler on my 1996 Toyota 4Runner. So let's get to it. Alright, so this is the transmission cooler that I got. It's the Hayden 678. I just got it on Amazon. I've already opened the box. So this is the cooler. Comes with some hardware here. So these are just the straps here that are going to through the holes here into the AC condenser, and that's what's going to hold it in place. And then just some hose clamps, and comes with this 11/32 hose. Comes with these foam pads as well. These foam pads actually go in each corner, here, here. So you're just going to choose which hole you're going to use, put the foam pad there, and these straps are going to go through it. And that's just going to provide some, cushioning. Other than this, I also just got I got some 3/8 hose. I'm going to need that just to extend the lines. So first step is we're going to have to take this grill off. All right. So it's super easy. Basically here, right in there, there's a little tab that you push. There, same thing here, here, and here. And then there's a couple at the bottom as well. So the bottom one looks like this. It's a tab, you just push it down and pull at the exact same time, like that. And then there's one on this end here. I believe there's normally one in the middle, but my grill's actually cut out, so I don't have that. Also, my bumper is off just because I'm getting a new steel bumper, so you don't actually have to take your bumper off for this job. All right, so I'm gonna take the grill off and then we'll get started. So the cooler is gonna end up somewhere here. So I'm just gonna pop this horn off. It's just one bolt here, and then this will just go just behind. All right, so when you put the cooler in here with this strap, the strap just goes right through the AC condenser, just through these little flaps here. To do that, I'll just show here. Because the AC condenser is here, and that's the rad, so I need to just move this radiator back a little bit just so I can get in there, so I can secure this. So to do that, I believe it's just this bolt and one there. I think that's it. I might have to do the bottom one as well, but that should give me enough space to just move the radiator back a little bit. All right, so I got all 4 bolts off. So there's a little hook right here. So basically, you're just gonna have to lift the radiator a little bit just so you can clear that hook, and then you can push it back. Just hold it or rest it on something. You don't want it to just... All right, so just to make it easier on myself, these are super long, so I'm just gonna cut them a little bit. We're gonna position the cooler. These little things are just literally gonna go through these holes. I've put these pads on. Those are going to go through the AC condenser, and then it's got these little things that's going to attach to that. Put it in, and then it just doesn't come out. All right, so let's go ahead and position the cooler. All right, so I'm pretty happy with that right there. So we're just going to put one of these through right now. All right, so I'll quickly show what it looks like on the other end. So I just put that right through. Comes out on the other side of the AC condenser. Anyway, you can kind of see it just right there coming out. And then you put that little cap right through it. And then we're just going to cut the excess there so we can move the radiator back. All right, so I've got the cooler in place. I've hooked the radiator back on right there. Same thing on the other side. You can kind of see those little tabs there. They're sticking out a little bit. So they're all secured in place. We can put these screws back on, and then we'll go down to the hose now and go over that. All right, so we're in the front of the vehicle. This is the radiator. So this hose here is flowing from the transmission, coming into the cooler inside the radiator, going through, and then it comes out of here, and goes back to the transmission. So basically all we're gonna do, this is staying in place, okay? Because I am gonna be using the factory cooler and the external cooler. So basically we're gonna be keeping this here. This we're gonna disconnect, all right? We're probably gonna disconnect this all the way to the back, like where it attaches, take that off completely. We're gonna use the longer hose that I got, and it's gonna go from the top of the transmission cooler down to where this this hose attaches in the back there. Okay, so it's gonna go from the top of the transmission cooler all the way to the back. This one, we're gonna have another hose going from here, attaching to the bottom of the transmission cooler. All right, so let's get to it. So we need to disconnect this, so I'm just gonna go ahead and pinch this here with some vice grips just so it doesn't leak too much. I do need to just disconnect that as well. Alright, so this clip here holding the hose, I just had to use a little screwdriver to pop it off. It was a little bit annoying, but yeah, with a screwdriver, not that big of a deal. So that's free, so we're going to go ahead and just clamp this here. That's good there. I'm going to put a little drain on here in case it does leak a little bit. It won't be much, but it might leak a bit. Just go ahead and undo this. Alright, so you can let that drain a bit. It's not much at all. But that's good. So now we can start putting the new hoses. Transmission cooler. So we're gonna attach two hoses from here and here. They're gonna go through this hole here and down to there, and then the other one is gonna replace this back to the transmission. All right, so I have it all ready to go. So I've got both my hoses attached to the cooler. They're going through that hole down to right there. Okay, so one more time. The top one, that's the long one. Okay, it's going from the top down there. This is the one here. Okay, and it's gonna go and replace this. So again, from the top down here, we're gonna take this hose off and just replace it with this. Okay, the bottom one, same thing, just goes right through that hole, and it's right here. It's a lot shorter, and that's gonna attach to that right there. All right, so we're all done. So just quick recap. Grille's got to come off. I forgot to mention earlier, the skid plate has to actually come off from the bottom. The bumper does not have to come off. Mine is just off because I'm getting a steel bumper. You just we remove the horn, position the cooler in place, attach it with these little tabs. We got the two hoses attached here with the hose clamp, going through that hole. So the top one, again, it goes down, it replaces that other hose, and I have it right here, the new one. It goes all the way back there. The original hose there was pretty hard to get off, so I ended up actually cutting it off. And then I just used the original clamp that's on there on the new hose. And then the lower one, same thing, goes down and attaches right here into the radiator. And then I just put a couple zip ties here just to hold the hoses together. And then this original clamp I reused as well, just to grab the hose there. That's it. So pretty easy job overall. Now I'm just gonna start it up and make sure everything is good. Alright guys, so I've been driving with the new trans cooler on for about a week now. Everything's good, there's no leaks or anything. I'm super happy with it. So thank you very much for watching the video. I hope you found it helpful, and I hope it helps you install your trans cooler. If you found this video helpful at all, please consider subscribing to the channel. and we'll see you in the next one.